is a real estate agent, and what are some of the questions that buyers that you're hearing out there?
Right now, I'm getting a lot of questions, obviously, in regards to real estate. What are the feds thinking? Are we going to do another spike? Is it going to increase? Do you think they're going to go back down? With the pandemic coming, somewhat around again with another case here and there. Everyone's like on the fence as to what to do. And obviously, in addition to that, everyone is, asking whether or not, should we sell the house now? Should we wait? But in general, I feel it's still a seller's market at this point in time.
Let's say a buyer was to call you to be as a new buyer, and they have their first time house that they bought 5-6 years ago. They want to sell it. How would you start out the conversation?
I would just ask them, what's their motivation? Obviously you want to get a gist as to where their head is at, where they're thinking, whether they're staying locally here, or whether they're looking to possibly hop into a new state or, move out of state, wherever the case may be. So you really want to see how motivated they are and what their long-term goal is. And then obviously, I'd meet them at their home and, go over what we could do to sell the home, whether it needs some, small improvements or
maybe some landscaping or paint or declutterization.
Oh gosh, yes. You got to remember, you only get one chance to make a first
I
impression.
know, yeah.
So once those photos come up, you really can't change the view because people have that in their mindset. This looked like crap before, but oh my God, it's so beautiful now.
Right. I've been over the years. I've been to some really funky open houses, right? And
how about the photos when they're over at the bed? Like who's snapping that?
There's people in the bed. One topic that comes up is I have this house to sell, but I don't want to put it on the market yet because I don't want to be homeless. To me, that's a little showing somebody that they're not as motivated as they need to be in order to execute something, which is totally fine. There's no harm in that. It's, you could be testing the waters. You could be thinking about the possibility. Maybe you want to, after testing the waters, you're like, no, forget it. We don't want to sell. We're just going to renovate our house or whatever. So you get to, just test the waters. But if you do hit that motivation stage, we promise that the homeowner will never be homeless. We don't let that happen. That's a bad real estate team if you let that happen. There's suitable housing terminology we can put into contracts.
Absolutely.
It's all legal. It's all put, attorneys can sign off on them and whatnot. But pretty much is, hey, our house is for sale. We can entertain your offer if you want to buy it. But we have to find somewhere to live first. Right. And that can be for however long is comfortable for you. So,
and just because you sell it, like, say $750,000, $800,000 doesn't necessarily mean that you're also out looking for that price point as well, because as we know, with the silly market that's happening right now, you could step down just a little bit to save some funds in your savings to find something a little bit smaller, possibly more square footage. And renovate and make it your own.
That's exactly what I did personally.
Buying a home is not just a whim of a purchase, there's so much thought, there's so much understanding that needs to go into it, long term, your mortgage payment, especially, where do you stand, what you want, what you don't want. Don't cut yourself short. It's not worth the stress.